Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Silent Core, and today we have some very sad news for you Bully fans. An inside source has confirmed to videogamechronicle.com that Rockstar's Bully 2 fizzled out after 18 months of development. According to this inside source, Rockstar New England spent more than a year working on a sequel to 2006 Bully in the early 2010s, going as far as even to create a playable demo of Bully 2 with basic open world gameplay. Rockstar co-founder Dan Houser and a handful of his most trusted developers even wrote a script for Bully as early as 2008, which contained the first few scenes and an outline of the rest of the story, according to sources with knowledge of development. This story apparently starred Jimmy, who was obviously our main protagonist in the first game, so he would be returning, along with many other featured characters returning from the first game also. And the setting of the game began at Jimmy's stepdad's house in the summer at the end of a school year. A second well-placed source also confirmed that the team never actually decided where the full story would take Jimmy, and that depicting some of his time back in education, perhaps at school or college, was one option being discussed. So from the sounds of things, Bully 2 would have been a direct sequel to Bully 1, perhaps taking place at even college when they're a lot older. A few years later, sometime between Red Dead Redemption's release in May 2010 and the end of 2013, a team at Rockstar New England spent between a year and 18 months building out the concept. This was primarily led by the art team at Rockstar New England and also at Rockstar New York with their visualization director during the development of the original Bully. The source also confirmed that the work culminated in a playable version of Bully 2, described as a very small slice of the game, complete with simplistic open-world gameplay. It was built using the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine, or Rage Engine as it's more commonly known, and this is the engine that Rockstar basically used to develop all of their games, so Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Max Payne 3, and of course both of the Red Dead Redemption games. And all of you Bully fans out there who have been waiting patiently 13 years for a sequel will be sad to hear that Bully 2 apparently never really found the momentum inside of Rockstar and just fizzled out. The team that were originally working on Bully 2 have been reassigned into other projects, which I guess we can assume to be either Red Dead Redemption 2 or even GTA 6 at this point. This inside source said it existed, it was playable, it was just a shame that it never got off the ground. And many developers that worked at Rockstar New England during this time simply really have nothing really to show for the time apart from listing an unannounced game on their CV, which for all you Americans out there, a CV is basically what we call a resume in the UK. So if any of these Rockstar New England employees wanted to join a new company, they wouldn't be allowed to put Bully 2 on the resume as it would basically leak an unannounced game, so they were basically just having to put unannounced title on their CVs. If you want even more evidence that Bully 2 has actually been cancelled, we can take a look at a statement from ex-Rockstar insider Yan2295, and he was the one that originally leaked Bully 2 as being in production and actually the next game from Rockstar Games after Red Dead Redemption 2. And he recently said, "I get a lot of questions about Bully 2, well you all know I can't leak anymore, but even if I could, I haven't heard about it since my 2017 statement. It has been shelved before and came back in development. Maybe it's still coming, maybe it got shelved again, I have no idea." Now back in 2017 when Yan did originally leak Bully 2, he was actually contacted shortly after this by Take-Two Interactive, which is Rockstar Games' parent company, and they asked him to stop leaking Rockstar Games, to which he did. So obviously Yan isn't going to be leaking any future games from Rockstar, but this statement is still very important that he makes, because he said he's not heard anything about Bully 2, which isn't really a good sign. If he's not heard a single thing about Bully in the last 2 years, then there's probably very small chance that it's in development at all and, has been completely shelved at this point. Now I believe the last time Rockstar officially acknowledged Bully was back in 2011 with an interview with Gamasutra, and the co-founder of Rockstar said to them that there was no impetus for a sequel immediately after Bully's release, and that the company wanted to see what they could do with the Bully franchise after they had finished developing Max Payne 3. Rockstar said, "We know that we didn't want to start doing Bully sequel instantly at that second with those guys, even though it is a property that, like Max, we adore and might come back to in the future. There was just no impetus to do it then. So we said, you do Max, and then we will see what we could do with Bully." So we didn't really get any explicit details on why Rockstar would want to shelf Bully 2 and reassign the developers that were developing it and put them onto other projects. We can only really assume that since Max Payne and Bully were not very huge franchises for Rockstar, you know, if you look at the sales of both Bully and Max Payne, they're just minuscule compared to the sales of Red Dead Redemption 2 and of course the giant that is Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 at this point has sold over 100 million copies and has generated billions and billions of revenue from Rockstar with their microtransactions, and there's just no way really a Bully game could come anywhere close to this amount of success for the company. So I guess in that sense it's hard to justify, you know, putting another game in full production for multiple years that isn't going to perform as well. I think the way Rockstar have developed Grand Theft Auto and also Red Dead Redemption 2 has spoken volumes, the way they've not done any single player DLC, and they've really been gearing up to focus these games as an online service for long term, and it's proven very, very lucrative for the company from selling microtransactions. And when you really think about it, Bully 2 just doesn't really fit in that online model that Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto Online has. You know, I can't really think what kind of online content Bully 2 could even get. But with that being said, I feel like Bully does have a very loyal and dedicated audience, and I think the more years that pass, the more demand and nostalgia comes from the Bully series, and the more a lot of these fans would really love to see a new single player experience in Bully 2. Now that Rockstar have Red Dead Redemption 2 out the way and also the PC release just around the corner, Rockstar are going to be going into full production of their next title, so that could be a potential GTA 6 or maybe even revisiting Bully 2. Let me know which game you guys would prefer next from Rockstar. Would you like to see GTA 6 or would you like them to revisit the Bully series with a Bully 2? Let me know down in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, please support it with a like, it's only one click and really helps out the channel, and if you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe and I'll be keeping you up to date with any future breaking news for Bully 2 or GTA 6. Have a good one guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.